Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Today's video is on how to cut and sew a yoke, just like this ones I made for my clients on your screen right here. So the ones on the left and the right hand side, I use a skin net material, while the one in the center I use a navy blue net to achieve that. So if this is what interests you, ensure to watch to the end and let's get started.
Say what you wanna say to me now. I wanna wake up with you.
So I have my skin color net here and I have my pattern as well for the front yoke, and this is the skin net I'll be using. It stretches small on one side compared to the other side, so I was trying to know which one stretches more so that I can fold it in that direction. So I was able to detect which one stretches more, so that the side that stretches more will be on the horizontal part, while the side that stretches less will be on the vertical axis. So this is the way I'm folding it right here, and I'll go ahead to place my pattern on it, and then I will pin it on it, making sure that the center front of my pattern aligns properly to the center of that net, just like that folded edge there. The net is folded in 4 places, so it will give me 2 pieces of the front yoke when I'm done cutting it. So I'll go ahead to pin it. So I'll go ahead to add 1/2 inch allowance around that area, but on this armhole side I won't add anything there because it's stretching towards that area. Remember I told you that the horizontal part of the net stretches more, so that's why I won't add any allowance at that armhole area. So I'll go ahead to cut this. So after cutting it out, I'll use this invisible thread or transparent thread to stitch it. So this is the thread I'll be using. It comes also in this big size and also in the smaller sizes. So I'll go over to my sewing machine to do this. I'll first of all unpin this and keep it aside, then I will open it up. Remember that we folded the net in 4 places, which will give us 2 pieces of the front yoke. So this is just me opening it up and it's giving us 2 whole pieces of the front yoke. So this is it here. I'll just go and stitch around that area. So I'll use the 1/2 inch allowance I added to stitch it there using the invisible thread, and when I'm done I'll show you what it looks like. I'll just go ahead to pin it down to make it easier for me to stitch on my sewing machine. So I went ahead to thread my invisible thread on my industrial sewing machine. So I'm just going to carefully sew it this way. Be very careful while sewing this toe net or this skin net so that it won't get torn or just get worn out in any way.
Close your eyes for a second, I won't change my mind.
One trick about sewing this skin net is that at the beginning and the end of your stitching, you don't need to back stitch it. You just need to remain extra thread to tie it this way. This will help you much better, and you can still try back stitching. It's just going to ruffle the net. So you just have to tie this way like 3 to 4 times is okay. And I'm just doing this right here, and when I'm done I will cut it out and then trim out the excess I have around the neck area.
What is getting deep now? What is getting deep now? Follow me around, yeah. Can you let me down? Please don't let me down. Yeah.
So when I'm done stitching and cutting the excess out, I'll just open it up this way, and I'm just going to top stitch it to the side that will be inside, not the side that will be on top. So I'll just get one piece as the side that will be in front, while the other one will be at the back. So I'll just top stitch it to the back part of it. So I'll do this and you'll see how it looks like.
Baby, let me down. Can you let me down? Please don't let me down.
So this is how it looks when I was done stop stitching it to the back side. So I'll go ahead now to tie the thread just the way we did initially. So I'll tie it this way, and after tying it I'll just try to stretch it out and then go ahead to iron the net using your steam iron at low temperature to avoid burning your this net. Seriously, you won't find it funny when it gets burnt. So this is it when I was done ironing it, and it all lays flat and really nice and neatly done. So after this I'll bring in the dress I'm working on. Is actually a blouse. Yeah, it's a George blouse that I'm working on. So I'm done making the dress, and this is it here. I'll just need to put the yoke. So the easiest way to actually put this yoke or attach it to your main dress is by top stitching it to the dress. Yeah, you will see some designers top stitch it to the dress and then use either the applique or beads to just cover up the upper side of it, or the place is being top stitched. So I'll use this lace patch here, or this George part of it, to cover the net area. So some of them go ahead to top stitch it from the inside, while some top stitch it on top. So any which way can work. I'm going to top stitch it on top. So that's what I'm going to do right here. So I'm just trying to find the center. So I'll get the center of the yoke and I'll place it at the center of this front part of the blouse. So after doing this, I'll get the center of the blouse as well. So this is me trying to get the center of the blouse. I will just use my check to mark it down there. So I'll match it up. After notching that center, I'll match it up, making sure that the notched part of the net meets up with the place I marked on the blouse. So this is it here. I'll use a pin to pin them down, or pin the net to the dress. So I'll pin it this way and go ahead to pin the rest of the net to the blouse. So when I was done pinning it, I will come to the center and then unpin that part, and I'll just hold it down using my machine foot to hold it down. So after this, I will stitch from that side all the way to the armhole area, and then do the same thing for the other side. While sewing this, ensure you're using the ½ inch allowance you gave on the net to stitch it to your main dress. So this is how it looked when I was done stitching this part. I'll go ahead to stitch this other part, and this is the final look when I was done stitching on both sides. So this is how it looks. So what I need to do now is to go ahead and just turn the shoulder area. So I'm just going to join the shoulder area this way, front facing front. So I'll put it this way and then pin the net to the back area, just the back without the lining. So I'll just turn it after I was done pinning it, and then use the lining to face it to this other end and then top stitch it. Sorry, my camera didn't show this part.
Close your eyes for a minute, close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind. Water's getting deep now, water's getting deep now. Follow me around, yeah. Can you let me?
So this is how beautiful it looks when I was done stitching it. The main aim is just to give the shoulder area a neat finishing. I'll go ahead to do the same thing on this other side and we'll see what it looks like. So the both shoulders are joined now. So what we need to do next is to trim the excess or the allowance we gave for the net area there. So I'm going to trim it out there. Please be careful while doing this so you won't cut your net or you won't cut the thread off. Please also note that if you're using your skin net as the yoke for your back, you can also use the same method we used for the front to achieve that. So I'll go ahead to put the blouse on the mannequin and adjust it. So this is it on the mannequin right here. I'm just trying to adjust it. I went ahead to also put the sleeves, you know, cut out the excess at the armhole area, and then before attaching the sleeves. So I'm just trying to adjust it. Then I will bring in the george that I'm going to use for the front area to cover up that net that we top stitched. So this is the way I want to also place the pattern of this george material. I'll cut this off and put it around there or along that area. So this design is not something you need to just use your gum and start gumming it. So you need to actually hand stitch it. You don't always have to work with gum every time. So I went ahead to hand stitch this, and this is a beautiful outcome. So it all came out beautiful and like I wanted it, and like the way my client want it as well. So if you enjoyed this video, I want more of it, ensure to click the subscribe button, like, comment and share. Always feel free to share your thoughts in the comment section below, and see you all in my next video. Bye.